Hey, what's up everybody? Thanks for watching. It's me, Ben, with Maker Decor, and for today's video is a video I've wanted to do for a while. I've actually seen a lot of people mention something like this and I've wanted to try it, and I was like, let me just do it. So today's video is actually going to be an Amazon kit versus a custom balloon garland. And it's actually me versus my sister. She got the cool one. I got the Amazon kit. So as we get started, I'm gonna go over and I'm gonna talk about a lot of things that have kind of been on my mind and why I'm kind of creating this video. Make sure to like and subscribe, all right, so you can keep up with a lot of the videos we've been putting out. It's 11:13. So first off, you're actually gonna have me building the Amazon kit. And so this kit I got off of Amazon. It was just some random kit I got for like a happy birthday thing. It was actually only $20, which was great. I'll be honest with you, I liked it. But for the reasons why I liked it, the reasons were it was 20 bucks. I knew what I was getting. I didn't think I'm gonna get something like custom made, some beautiful garland. It was just some balloons I can blow up, throw on a wall, and it's for a little party. To me, that's fine. If that's your budget, that works out great. It had a lot of good reviews. Everything that it stated in there was kind of similar. The colors weren't exactly what I saw on the things, but you expect that from a lot of stuff you buy on Amazon. It's not gonna exactly color match, but the balloons were there. They blew up. It was for a little party. It did not last very long, maybe. So after I did finish and did make it, maybe 30 minutes later, I saw some of the balloons kind of come down. It start to sag, and then I think 2 or 3 of the balloons kind of fell down. It was mainly because of that strip that we use that they have. It's just not really meant to kind of hold up stuff like that. But for 20 bucks, it came with a little hand pump, has a lot of different sizes. I knew what I expected when I got that. And so when I was actually, I told my sister about the idea, and I was like, all right, but you're gonna do the cool garland, but we gotta limit it because you're gonna make me look too bad. I'm over here using a $20 Amazon kit. So I told her, you have to find colors that are similar to this, right? So we went to the store, we found some colors. She wanted to use way cooler colors, and I'm like, no, it's not gonna, you're gonna make me look bad. It's gonna look really bad. So I try to stick to similar colors from my Amazon kit. That was actually what she had to use, was similar colors to what I was using. I told her it has to be simple. I'm not doing 3 backdrops, a 25-foot garland. No, we're comparing. I wanna get as close to this as we can, so it can kind of make more sense. So that was a balloon garland, and mine was an Amazon kit with the little, maybe it's a 12-foot balloon garland, probably a little less. And then, no, it's probably like a 7 to 10-foot balloon garland, actually, now that I think about it. And it had a little backdrop. So I said, all right, you can get 1 backdrop, you get 1 sign, and just 1 simple backdrop, 1 sign, and a small 10-foot balloon garland. That's it, similar colors. I'm not gonna have you outdo me, and she's gonna be like some huge old thing and everything, and then my Amazon kit is just gonna look cheapy, and that's not what I want. I want to really compare and more the prices. So that's what we did. All right, guys, we're done with the build. Let's see how long it took. It's 12:08, so what? Probably maybe about an hour. I feel about an hour, maybe an hour 15 minutes. And honestly, I kind of like the way it came out. I didn't expect a professional balloon installation, because that's not what this is. This is just I think a $25 Amazon little kit, comes with a little tablecloth. Honestly, if I were to give this a review, it'd probably be like 5 stars, because it is what it is. Like when I saw the picture and I saw this, I knew I wasn't getting a $1,000 backdrop with everything on it. I knew I was paying 25 bucks for some not great quality balloons, not great quality backdrop, but it was 25 bucks and it worked out. It'll probably work out for an hour or so. So if this is your budget and this is what you're looking at, yeah, this works out. But that is not the same, or does not even look the same to what the other side. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion. And so you can see the difference. I know some people will see this and they'll be like, wow, I'd rather pay 25 bucks for this than $500 for the other side, or whatever that cost comes out to, or whatever you're comparing it to. And what we're really gonna break down is a lot of the cost. So let's go over that. So that was 20 bucks. My Amazon kit was $20. It actually took, I don't know, I think I have the time, I didn't put it on there, maybe about 30 minutes, 45 minutes. It was under an hour.
An hour, 15 minutes.
Everything was done, complete, and I was out. So pretty simple, pretty quick, 20 bucks, boom. And it was a nice look for the first 30 minutes, which was great. So now kind of we'll go over what my sister did. For an hour to put it all together, so maybe an hour and a half to put it all together just by herself. So that can kind of give you an idea of time. They're kind of similar. The designs are better, I guess. So the main part that I really want to get on this video is the pricing difference. So since I kind of limited her of what she can put on there just so it can be similar, I want to kind of go over it. So the balloons was $150. So a custom sign, even just like if someone wanted to put like happy birthday Angelica or Stephanie, whatever you want to put on there, it's gonna be a custom sign. If you're making them yourself or you're getting them somewhere, like even for a small sign, even if you get a small little like sign, the cheapest you're gonna get one for is like 25 bucks, and that's cheap. Usually you're looking 60, 70, $80, over 100 easily, depending on the size of it. So even a small one, we'll put 25 because that was a small one. A backdrop. So something for like this, you're looking, we'll just say maybe 150 in materials with everything, and maybe a day to build, right? So what does that come out to? We'll just say about 300 bucks for that backdrop, right? And that's cheap, but also you're renting that multiple times, so you don't have to charge that to every customer. Whatever, you can charge just like a third of it or whatever. So we'll just put that down for like 100, right? The next thing is like miscellaneous stuff from like stickies or whatever you're gonna do. We'll put $10 to hold the sign up, put the balloons together, all that stuff. The next fee is, thinking about it, wherever you go, you're gonna have to set up somewhere, so that's a travel fee. I'm not gonna go decorate, or someone else is not gonna go decorate your party, and we're gonna use our gas, our car. I'm gonna go rent a U-Haul for fun from out of my pocket to decorate your party. It don't work like that. So you gotta charge a travel fee. If it's not far, it's just gas or something, and it's not a big old setup, because we didn't do that. I don't know, it depends where you are. If state to state, gas is expensive, so we'll just say 50 bucks. A setup fee. So most people, or most things, especially for this, they probably would just mix the travel and setup fee together, because it's a little small setup. It's nothing big. It's not like we need to bring 2 or 3 people to set up. But imagine those big old setups where you got 3 backdrops, you have 8-foot by 10-foot backdrops, 20-foot balloon garlands, all that stuff. You're gonna have to hire or bring someone else with you, right? So you're gonna have to also charge that up as a setup fee. And even if you're just doing that one part, or you're doing that setup, you're gonna have to get someone to set up. And I don't know about you, but you're not gonna be able to tell someone, you know, I'll give you 20 bucks if you come help me with this stuff. Those aren't the people you want helping with you, and also that's just not really enough to motivate someone to come help you and do a good job. So to me, the cheapest you get is probably 75 bucks, and that's just to help someone to go help you do something, right? So that's also included in that. So if we look at all the fees that we have from just that, those are fees. You got to make sure this is not profit, this is not anything, this is just what it costs to do something setting up a balloon garland, a balloon setup that is custom. We're already at $335, and that does not include profit. So you can get an idea of that. The next thing we need to discuss is also communication with the customer. So that can include like design time, Which, if someone sends you like an inspiration pic or whatever, they're kind of going for it, and then they're like, oh, do something similar, boom, boom, couple of messages, you're fine. It doesn't always work out like that. Sometimes you get messages and people are messaging you over and over, and you're like, well, I can do this, they don't like it, and well, what about this? And they're like, no, no, and you're going back and forth, and if it's already been an hour and you're already sending like more than 10 messages back and forth, nah, come on, we gotta charge for that time, because that's an hour that I could have been dedicating to something else, making something, doing something, earning something, but I'm taking that hour out to communicate with you. That's design time. That's too much. The next thing is also messaging. So if you're kind of requesting a fee, and we're going back and forth of like where it's gonna be, or how much is this and how much is that, and we're just you're constantly messaging. It's not just design, it's just messages, and people can be people, and they can be frustrating sometimes with the amount of messages, words over and over and over and over, and you're like, look, make up your mind before you come and tell me what you want. Make up your mind, have what you want, and the price is gonna be a lot easier. You're gonna feel like you're a lot more easier to work with, and definitely you'll probably get a more straightforward price than someone if you're just kind of like you're back and forth of what you want. Then they don't know what you want, and it feels like you're just kind of messing around with them, and it can get frustrating. So that can easily be a messaging fee. So even with that, if you're just doing it for an hour straight, I gotta charge you something, whether it's like $15, $20, something that's gotta be in the included thing, like over and over and over of what this is. And if the same way, if it's difficult when you own a business, because you don't want to say, you know what, this isn't for me. I had a lot of trouble with that when we used to have our balloon garden business. That's when I had to kind of like, look, this is probably not gonna work out. I wish you the best, and whatever setup you're going with, thank you. And that's pretty much it. Kept it simple, but you will run into people that just like, they just want to eat up your time with so many messages over the same thing, and that adds up. Who's gonna pay for that? And I know you can say, well, then don't be in the business. Well, then I don't have to take your business. I just say no. And the other thing is build time. So actually making the balloon garland, you gotta charge for that. It's not free, and we're not even talking profit. It's just like, even if I'm not the one doing it, because a lot of times, say you start your business and you're growing, then you have to hire someone to help. How much are you gonna charge someone? How much are you gonna pay someone just to do that garland for your business? Because sometimes you start getting overwhelmed, especially weekends. How are you gonna do all those balloon gardens by yourself? Your hands are gonna be cramping, so you're gonna pay someone to get kind of get an idea. At least how much would you pay someone to actually do this garland at least the right way, and you're kind of there, kind of supervising. I don't know, at least $75 for hour and a half, or however many balloon gardens you're going. So that adds up. So you're looking at that. Just, you can also end up asking if they're doing like a bunch of designing that you're doing, or the balloon garland, that's another what, $100 that you're kind of like, that has to add on to that build. So before you can make a profit, you're out that $335 plus that $100 of design time and build time and all that stuff. So you're actually at $440 already, around $440, and you haven't even made a profit. And so like, that's the other thing. So the profit's gonna be different for everybody. And I've been guilty of this because we didn't add up any of the stuff before. As you go and you start realizing, oh, I gotta charge for gas. Oh, I gotta charge for this. Oh, this is a delivery fee because I had to have someone else to help up. So once you start realizing this, you can start realizing, I wasn't even making anything. I was just working to make to break even, so their party can look great, but I'm over here struggling, not making enough. And so that happens real quick, and you start seeing like, oh man, I should have raised prices. And you know what you do? You raise prices. Total cost, we're at $440. How much profit? Well, that's gonna change for everybody, whether you're just starting or how big your business. I don't even know. You could have a warehouse that you have to rent out. Hey, that's overhead that's just gonna be costing more and more that you gotta add on to make sure you're making enough. But just say you're running this out of your garage or whatever, right? And so you want to at least make a profit off of that. So to me, I'm thinking, I'm not gonna be doing something that's gonna take that time. I know out of that day I gotta go take it out, whether it's only taking me 2 hours to set up or whatever it is. I gotta at least make, I don't know, $200 from that. So that's where you can easily see, all right, a setup with maybe an 8-foot backdrop, maybe a 14-foot balloon garland, and you want multicolors. And we're not even getting into double stuffed balloons, but there you can see that where they say, oh, it's $650, oh, that's $850, oh, that's $1,000. Well, that $1,000, probably they have probably a lot more overhead. Maybe they have a big U-Haul truck that they have to take out with. You can easily see where the cost comes for custom balloon backdrops and custom backdrops. It adds up. And you might say, well, I'm not gonna pay that. Well, that's fine. There's so many people who do pay that. Like, it's crazy the amount of people that are like, that's what they want, that's for the party. And so people do pay it. Even if you're not comfortable with it and you'd rather do the Amazon and you're like, this is way better, I'm not wasting my money, that's fine, nobody's asking you to. But there's so many people that do, and their parties look amazing. And that's the reason their prices, where you'll see like, this setup was $1,200, this one was $1,500, $2,000, $3,000. It adds up. And you're talking about big old balloon installations hanging from the ceiling. Well, that's gonna be $4,000 or $5,000. And they're like, where? Just off that, let's change the numbers just a little bit, just so you can know the bare bones of what this would make. So super simple, exactly like this, just one backdrop, a little 12-foot balloon garland. Let's just see what this breaks down to. So we still have to buy the balloons, whether we use 50% of the bag or 75% of the bag, you still have to use that bag. And saying, oh, I'm gonna use these colors for another customer, that doesn't work out. You just end up wasting those balloons. What you're gonna do, just save those couple of balloons in case a customer wants like certain colors or double stuffing. You can kind of get an idea what those colors look like, right? But you literally still have to buy those balloons. You still have to use the miscellaneous stuff like stickers or whatever you're using to tack on, string, fishing string, whatever you're using, 10 bucks, right? You still have to do a travel fee, because whether you're renting something or you're going somewhere, you're still spending gas, whatever it is. So say 50 bucks, and that can be cheap or expensive depending on what state you live. You still gotta build it, so there's still a build time. You still say $75. So say this thing took whatever time, 75 bucks. For the build, the travel fee 50, the miscellaneous 10, the balloons 150. You're looking at 285, and that's just like a direct cost. So we took out the backdrop, we took out all the other stuff because maybe we've had the backdrop over and over and we feel okay, let's just rent this out, get a decent deal. Or maybe you're just starting out and that's what you want to do. That's up to you. But charge whatever you feel best. But I'm just giving you the bare bones in this, and that comes out to 285. And you're like, okay, that's what it cost. All right, so now, do you have to make money? Yes. What's your profit? Maybe you still want to make 200 bucks off of this, that's fine. Maybe you want to make more, that's fine. Maybe you have a lot of experience and your stuff looks clean, you have an Instagram full of all your stuff, then yeah, charge way more. Maybe you're just getting started and you're like, I just need a couple for my builds. Your profit is going to change dramatically on that. So from the 285, just say you do like 150 on profit, because you got to make some money. That's 435. So with the basic backdrop, you'll see a balloon, and you'll see a balloon garland, a backdrop, and they set up fee, and they have it up there. That's why a lot of times you'll see a lot of beginner stuff. You'll see it all over Instagram. Packages starting at 400, because they gotta be able to make at least some profit, right? And then later on you start seeing, as they get better and they get more stuff, their prices do go up because of their experience, and also they're probably realizing, you know what, I probably need to charge for that backdrop. Or people are asking for more custom backdrops, and their cost to be made. So if you really want that from them, they're gonna have to get it built, they're gonna have to charge for it to get built, or they're gonna have to make it themselves. Either way, someone has to pay for that time, and people are willing to pay for that time. I would see so many stuff on Instagram. So this is the reason why I created this video, because I would see so many stuff on Instagram where people would sharing their price, which I think is awesome. They'd share the price for what they did, right? And then you would just read the comments and they would get destroyed. How would you pay $1,000 for that? That's crazy. And I'm thinking in my head, you don't know what goes in. They want you wanted 50 feet of balloon garland, right? And do you know how much those balloons cost? They're not from a Walmart, they're not Academy. You see the difference. They're different. And I would see them get torn up, and I'd get mad. I would have to like get off my phone. I would have to look away because I would get so frustrated. I'm like, they would say so many mean things on Instagram in the comments, and I'm like, just because I've gone through the experience of buying, I'm like, it ain't cheap. That's why doing balloon gardens with backdrops or anything, even if without the backdrops, it's hundreds of dollars. That's it. You've seen the price, you've seen the time it takes. That's just to break even. So adding your profit of where you're at, $400, $600, $700, $800 just for some basic stuff, or I don't want to say basic, for some simple custom backdrop, that's where that money is. You're not like just ripping you off. Anytime I would see that stuff on Instagram, I would get mad. And you would see it a lot. Like anytime you see someone post a price, just go to the comments and there's just so much hate. And I'm just like, I wish it was something to educate the people. And that's kind of why I did this video. So I took the hit. I did the Amazon kit. It is what it is. I wouldn't bash it. I got what I thought I got. 20 bucks, a little simple 7-foot balloon garland, little happy birthday. That might work out and it looks great. If that's your budget and that's what you got, there's no problem with that. I would definitely use that if that's what something, if my wife would let me get away with it. Man, but yeah, to me it looked great, right? Especially for the price, $20. And then you tell me, okay, I want the other side for my sister, and that was just basic bare bones for something like that. With the profit is a little over 400. You see where the money goes. $400 and $20. That money adds up. So you're hiring someone to do custom work, a custom balloon garland, your design the way you want it. That adds up. Plus also, Amazon, so I'm doing it myself, but don't message people saying I bought the balloons and you can come do the thing. That just gets annoying. Well, anyways, hopefully this video was helpful. And if I missed anything, which I don't know, on my crazy rant, just put it in the comments below. Maybe I forgot to the tax man needs his money, or whatever I forgot to put it in there. Maybe put your feelings. Maybe you think, oh, this guy's stupid, he doesn't even know how to do math, and nobody needs to make profit. That's your choice, your decision. I wouldn't agree with you, but please put it in the comments below. Hopefully everybody kind of gets to see an idea. Maybe honestly, hopefully they come to more of an understanding of what this kind of costs, and hopefully that can simplify it. So send this video out, show some people, and hopefully you can educate more people that custom stuff is expensive, but it's worth it to some people, and to some people it's not. So I'll catch you on the next one. Thanks for watching.